free professional design software. Let me show you how. Free professional design software. So, why on earth are you in Canva, Don? Well, let me tell you why. So, Canva in 2024 acquired a company called Affinity. And recently, Affinity announced that you would be able to download their software for absolutely nothing. So that's why we're over in Canva. So they said that you could download their software for absolutely nothing, providing you have a Canva account. And that doesn't mean a premium Canva account, that just means a free Canva account. If you've got free or premium, you can download this software for absolutely nothing. So let me show you how we do this. So we need to go into canva.com, and in canva.com we need to come down to find the more button. And at the more button we're going to click on apps. And in here it takes you into the app store, where if we go to search an app and type in Affinity, it will take you to this particular app. So Affinity, Advanced Pixel and Vector Tools. So we want to click on Affinity and it will take you to this screen. Now in this screen, you're going to click Connect to Affinity. Now if you do that on a phone, so be it your iPhone or an Android, it is going to ask you to put in your email address and it will send you a link to your phone so that you can download this on your desktop, your laptop, your Mac, whatever is desktop based. At this particular moment in time, it is not available for your phone. So we will click on Connect to Affinity and it will come up with a new screen saying the one app for all your creative work, professional design, photo editing, and page layout, free for individuals, optional AI via Canva. So you still can use Canva for some of your workflow, but I will say that there is some of the AI already within the software. So you're going to click on download for free and it's going to ask you to log into your account. So I will log into my account and it is now saying again, Affinity gives you pro grade photo editing, vector design, illustration, and layout all in one app for absolutely nothing, which is really exciting considering the amount of money that I pay for Adobe, Photoshop, Adobe, Illustrator, Adobe, InDesign, Adobe. It is just an ongoing, I pay a lot and it's a monthly subscription as well. So seeing this was extremely exciting. So I'm on a Windows machine, so I'm going to click download for Windows and it is going to ask you what you want to download it for. I am on Windows and I currently run an AMD machine, so I'm going to click on Windows, Intel, and AMD. If you're on Mac, you will select from this option here. Now, once you click on that, it will go to your preferred download folder. So be that downloads or desktop or your documents file, wherever your downloads normally go on your machine, this is where you're going to find your downloads. Now, in most modern browsers, there is a place where you can find them too. In Chrome, that would be up here in the right hand corner. Now, I downloaded this earlier, so I'm going to stop that download so we can continue on a little quicker. So if you go up to your downloads and find the download Affinity X64 in my case, it will open up a new window. Now, I installed this earlier on, again, to speed up things just a little bit. But if you look here, there will be an install button. If you follow the instructions for install, it is very straightforward. There is nothing to do other than basically accept the terms and conditions. You can reinstall from here and also launch. So I'm going to click on launch, which will open up Affinity. And as you can see, that's us starting to open up now. Once you open, you will see that there are a lot of tutorials already available to you within the Affinity app. But also, if you can't see them here, they are in the tab under Learn. Now, it'll give you an intro to Affinity, how to import, export, how layers work, live adjustments and filters, text, image trace, and flexible mockups. So I'm going to open up just an A3 just now just to show you. Now, if you cannot see the rulers that are open in my page, if you go to view, come down to show and down to rulers. Oh, hold on. Where did that go? Show and down to rulers and toggle this on. The rulers will appear. And if you don't like how the units show, if you come to the top corner here and right click, you will be able to change that to pixels, points, inches, feet, yards, millimeters, centimeters, meters. So I'm going to change it to centimeters in this case just for this tutorial itself. So what do you do now you're in here? Well, don't worry, we've also got that covered. If you look to the left-hand side of the screen, there are tools, and if you hover over each one of these, it will tell you exactly what that tool does and how to use it, including the shortcuts. So it is an incredibly user-friendly piece of software. Now, if you look along the top here, you've got Vector, Pixel, Layout, and Canva AI. So Vector is very similar to Illustrator, Pixel, very similar to Photoshop, Layout, very similar to InDesign. If you don't know what InDesign is, that is used for doing things like magazines and notebooks and just anything that's kind of book related. That's the best place to do that. And then Canva AI. So I generated a couple of images earlier on, but you will find Leonardo, Nano Banana, and Seedream all in here in their different vases and guises. This may require a premium account for some of them, or for you to have an account with these particular AI. But I decided to just ask it for a banana. So I'll open that up and we'll stretch it out a little bit. Now, one of the exciting things that I found in here was that you can just jump between the different softwares. So if I pop back into Pixel, and one of the things that I found in Pixel, which was very clever, was the object selection tool. So you go object selection tool. We all know how to use one of these. Well, this is quite good. So you may have to toggle on machine learning. It does pop up with a user with a pop-up, which you click on, turn on machine learning, and you won't have to do it again. It doesn't cost you anything, it is completely free. So if I click on that, and then ask for it to select the banana just by clicking on it. As you can see, it has created a nice selection. Now I am going to turn off soft edges because I don't want it to create an anti-aliased edge. I just want it to cut it out. So obviously, what do we do now with it now the banana is selected? Well, let me show you. So I'm going to use a couple of keyboard shortcuts for this, but you could do it by doing right click and then doing cut. As you can see, all of the settings are right here where you need them to be. So I'm going to go Control and X. Oh, I need to be selected. Control and oh, goodness gracious, hold on. Control and X, which will cut out the banana. And I'm going to create another layer. And I'm going to turn the selection off by doing Control and D, and then hiding that layer. So now I have another layer. If I do Control and V, as you can see, you have a fantastic cutout of the banana ready for print. So I'm quite impressed with that. It possibly could do with a little bit of a tweak here and there, but just for quickness, it just shows you how quick and successful that particular tool is. But again, there's tools hidden within here where the wee arrows are, and that's like filter brush, blur brush, sharpen brush. They're all there. They'll all do the same things as the other softwares. And if you can't find something, these three dots here will allow you to customize the tools as you see fit. And they're all in there ready to be turned on or moved about to suit you. So if you just want to download your PNG or your SVG or your JPEG after you're done, if you come up to the top right hand corner here, you've got an export option. and that will allow you to export by JPEG, PNG, or SVG, and it should maintain the size that you've given it. So in this case, it is going to download the whole A3 of the graphic, but you can ask for it to go to a specific location, show in Explorer, and I believe if you click on Advanced, you can change some of the settings that are not visible within the export panel, which will allow you to um, deal with it more than you have already. So if you want to go to print, again, it's just as simple as File and Print. And in my case, I'm going to click on my Epson SCF500, which is my sublimation printer. And if you click on Properties, you can come in and change any of the settings you require to change in there. It's telling me obviously the banana is much bigger than the print space. It's not, don't worry about that. If I click OK, it should open up my print preview, and as you can see, the banana is ready to be printed on my 60 centimeter printer, so there was no way it was going to be too big for that. But if you just play around with those settings till you get what you want right. But honestly, it's so intuitive. It's no different from doing anything anywhere else, and you don't have to export it to take it in somewhere else to print it. It's all right here ready for you to print. So what if you want to do a document that's of an unusual size, or you have measured your template and you want to make a tumbler and your tumbler's a specific size? Well, don't you worry if you go to File and go to New. And if you look over here, here is the section where you are able to change all of the bits that you require for the sizing. So currently it's sized at A3. You can change millimeters to centimeters or inches depending on how you feel. And in here, just say for instance, we had a tumbler that was 30 centimeters wide and just say 15 centimeters tall. We can decide whether we want it to be transparent background or not. I'm going to toggle that on and create a document. And as you can see, you now have a perfectly sized graphic for the tumbler that you're going to make. So in all, this is a fantastic piece of kit, and for absolutely nothing, you can't go wrong. So hopefully that helped. And if you were thinking, I really want to use something like Photoshop, then this is your absolute chance to do that now for absolutely hee-haw. I am so excited about this. I've only just started to play with it. I've been in a Photoshop or in Adobe, the Adobe space for a long time now. And basically, this looks like it does 99.9% of what my professional software does already. So take a look, go and download it if you haven't already. Any questions, drop them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them all for you. Bearing in mind the software is pretty new to me, but it is pretty easy in terms of a lot of it's the same. A lot of it's just the same as the Adobe stuff, just a few AI bits that are maybe a little bit different. So as I said, drop it in the comments. I'll do what I can to help you out if I can. As always, like, subscribe, hit ring the bell for a notification. It'll let you know every time I do a video. And until the next time, love ya. Bye.